Well, it is Saturday night, and it's an interesting night. I was about to say it's a momentous night. I was going to say that with regards to the fact that today, February the 21st, 1980, February 21st, 2026, marks the 40th anniversary of the release of The Legend of Zelda, and I figured that we're gonna go ahead and do a little play. Just play. I'm not gonna say we're gonna do a full on playthrough. I forget how long it actually takes to beat this game if you're not trying to be a spaz and try to speed run it. But we're definitely gonna play through it. Not a playthrough, but a play. We're gonna play through it. I want there to be no mistake in what I'm trying to do. And we'll see where it goes. It depends. Maybe we'll get some, what do you call it? Some interactions with people, and we'll see where it goes. I mean, we'll just go with the vibe, is what we're going to do. Excuse me. I was going to say that it was going to be a spectacular night, a momentous occasion. However, it's been brought to my attention just a few minutes ago, rather. It was reported, I presume, just probably earlier today, but now it's starting to make the circulations that. And in case this is how you're finding out, it's what it is. Frederick Brennan, who was famous for being the founder of the 8chan website, or Infinity Chan, however you wish to refer to it, and he passed away. I presume that he passed away as a result of his very noticeable and osteogenesis imperfecta, which was the condition which he had, which is the reason why he was of short, unnatural stature, the reason why he was wheelchair bound. And unfortunately, people with that condition, their longevity is typically, not very good at all. And it appears as though that unfortunately, Mr. Brennan's time has come. And to be honest with, speaking from my perspective, I remember very vividly. It's funny because, one of the fun facts about that particular website, and I'm speaking of, the website today, unfortunately, has such a nasty reputation as far as, what average people think of it, However, when it was first conceptualized back about, I want to say 2011-ish, it it really meant to be it was really meant to be a better version of what we're used to when it comes to image boards. It was supposed to be a break from all the bull crap that previously we didn't have much of a choice in dealing with. It was either and in that time frame in 2014, back when the Gamergate thing came about, and people started migrating from the 4chan. We'll stop with the bullshit and just be straightforward about it. When people were, especially on V, when they were migrating from that to the next one, there was, and I was one of them too. There was a sense of hope that hey, we had this brand new community, and we were going to do things better, and we were going to be more focused on what really matters, and we're not going to let the stupid bullshit that we had been used to beforehand have a hold in where we're at now. Hey, I'll be the first to admit to you, maybe things didn't quite turn out as fantastic as we had first imagined all those years ago. However, it's important to realize that Mr. Frederick Benham was the one who actually made it all possible from the very beginning. And to that extent, if you were one of those people that, made that migration, and you felt like you were in a better place with better people, you have a lot to owe him. And it's now reported that he's passed on. And On top of everything tonight, I just want, before we begin, I just like to take a moment to recognize Mr. Brennan for all the positive contributions that he's made, and give a thought to those who are closest to him, his closest friends and family members, who are no doubt in a state of shock and sadness at the recent news that have come out. So I just want to take this small opportunity to express my personal gratitude to the man. Thank you very much, Mr. Brennan, and God bless you. I had to take a drink of beer with there for a second. With that out the way, let's go ahead and focus on the main thing for tonight. We're going to talk about it a little bit because, I love talking about history. So, as I said before, The Legend of Zelda, which it's known in Japan as Zelda no Densetsu, was the Hyrule Fantasy. That was actually the subtitle. Was originally released in Japan starting in February 21st, 1986. And the reason why it was released then is because it was meant to be the flagship title that was going to be selling the Famicom Disk System add-on, which was released that very same day. And what better game to release that system and to showcase what it was capable of than The Legend of Zelda? Because The Legend of Zelda was so unlike most other Nintendo Entertainment System games at that point in time. It obviously needed more memory because it was a much more expansive adventure-type game in comparison to a lot of the other Nintendo Entertainment System games that were out at that time, which were basically conversions of famous arcade titles, or they were arcade-like titles. And if they were arcade-like titles, then that means that they were, they didn't have much of a story. The gameplay was very repetitive, and part of the reason why it was like that was because the limitations of the hardware lent itself to that style of game. Sports games, the arcade games, that's all you had up until that point. However, with the Famicom Disk System, when it came out, it provided a better opportunity to have games that had all bigger and better games, more bolder games, games that had stories to them, that were adventure games. And previously, that was something that couldn't be done because of like I said, the technological limitations with the original Famicom card. Because I think it only could hold 16 or 32 kilobytes of data. And the Famicom diskette could hold so much more. And on top of that, you could actually save to the disk. So you didn't have to utilize some sort of stupid-ass password system, which I suppose was being used around that time. No, you could actually just save to the disk, and you'd be able to pick up where you left off. It was amazing. Now, it was amazing then. So a year later, in 1987... Nintendo of America wanted to bring The Legend of Zelda to the United States. And there was earlier times when they were thinking about bringing something like the disk system to the United States. But by that time, in that short amount of time, between 1986 and 1987, prices on circuit boards had fallen to a certain extent to where instead of having to release the whole disk system in the United States and having to tell people to buy it and having to market it and tell people that this is what they need to buy, they could just simply release The Legend of Zelda with this updated circuit board along with a save battery, and it could do everything that the Famicom disk system can do. That was probably the big downfall of the Famicom Disk System, aside from the fact that it was easy to pirate. The fact that all of the technological advances, the technological advantages that was supposed to come with the Famicom Disk System, by that time, within a short amount of time, from 1986 to 1987, components had gotten so cheaper to the point where it was really unnecessary. But of course, by that point in time, it was already in Japan, it was already out there, if Nintendo had actually held out for another year, chances are they would have never released it in the beginning. But they did, and it was, you know, a pretty interesting system add-on, to say the least. Perhaps I would go so far as to say that the Famicom Disk System was probably the most successful of any sort of console add-ons. That is to include the Sega CD. That is to include the Sega 32X, so on and so forth, etc. And they certainly took advantage of the diskettes format. You could go to the stores, you can upload. It was a pretty amazing thing, but by the time 1987 rolled around, there was really no point to try and roll out what they had in Japan anywhere else, be it the United States and Europe. And that's just the way it was. And it all started with that game, The Legend of Zelda. And we're going to go ahead and give that a start right now. So let's go to the game, shall we? And we press A. Of course, we're running the CRT filter for that added sense. Okay, obviously I already had something going on over here. Let's go ahead and go into elimination mode. Out. Let's see. There we go. Oh, what is it? Oh. Assholes. You know, I'm not one of those people that like to put their own names on here. I like to do the character name because I don't want to play these games to be myself. I don't want to self-insert myself. I suck. I want to play the hero. There we go. And away we go. What's the first thing we do? Of course, we go to the first hole that we see. Yes, a screen that is no doubt seen on all these Hot Topic... it was seen on a lot of Hot Topic shirts back when I was in high school about 20 years ago. Trust me. Now, I'm pretty confident on what to do from here. I know where to go. No, I don't want to get hit by anything. I need to go here. There we go. Yeah, now I'm in the right space. Oh, no, I'm not in the right space. I'm getting there. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Already lost a full heart, so to speak. Oh, God. Okay. It's cool. It's cool. We're about to die. We're doing so good. Don't you be making fun of me, damn it. I see that. Maybe I should check out this room. There we go. Pop quiz, hot shots. What do they call the bad creatures in The Legend of Zelda? No, it is not Street Fighter 6. Lord knows I haven't played that game in 4 months. I finally took a break. That's correct, it's Keese. Alright, next question. What are the skeletons called? They do have a name. Even I can't quite remember. Very, 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 very. I really didn't need that. Stalfos in the game. I don't remember if they had a Solder name. They might have. I'm not sure, honestly. I thought I was about to say Gibdo, but those are supposed to be the mummy creatures. And speaking about things, you know, hell, I may actually end up getting back to Street Fighter 6 when Alex comes out. I'm not super sure on that, but, you know, we'll see. Ah, a seemingly empty room with nothing to do, but the game is full of secrets, is it not? Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. And of course, that could be referring to a number of things, honestly. This was a game where back in the day, in order to properly play it, the only way to properly play this game was to either buy a strategy guide, or if you didn't want to do that, then you had to get yourself like a spiral notebook, and you had to write down every little clue, every little hint, draw maps, you know, all that effort into playing this game. It's crazy, honestly. Like I've said before, like, they designed this game so that the only way you can properly play it is, damn it. The only way that you can properly play this game is to get the strategy guide. Damn it. I forget what those are supposed to be. Bokoblins, maybe? I think so. Moblins, that's right. The Bokoblins are actually the more powerful version. Indeed. So wasn't it you that was posting that one of the, what was it, one of the arcade cabinets, the screen screwed up or something like that? I'm feeling that it was you that was bringing that up. Uh-oh. Dang it. That is the last thing I wanted to happen. You know what? I'm gonna cheat. I have that ability. Yeah, well, that's the tough thing about committing to going to an arcade a whole bunch. You know, it takes time. And sometimes you can't give that time. I mean, arcades are not just, you know, dying in the United States. They're just in a more advanced stage of death than in Japan. And I tell you, for the last year, I was going out to, you know, to the arcade at least once every month. And that was just a tiring experience. Especially if, you know, you go over there and you find out that just so happens on this Saturday night, no one else is on. And there ain't much you can do about that, you know? One of these things move. There it goes. The only side-scrolling aspect of this game right here. I think it's all just to keep you playing the game. Keep you interested. Damn it. Oh well, I needed a life refill anyway. I tell you, when I got the Switch 2 back last year, when it came out, of course one of the games I had to get for it was Street Fighter 6. And I felt like, you know, with Street Fighter 6, I could actually marry both my love of Street Fighter and my love of Nintendo together for the first time. Unfortunately, however, one of the things that I ran into that was particularly unfortunate was the Capcom ID, which you use on one platform, does not carry over to the other platform. I mean, I thought that, you know, with the Capcom ID, it was supposed to be a unifying thing. So, if you're playing on Steam, for example, like I was primarily doing up until that point, and I, well, still am, and you decide you want to hop on, play on PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo Switch in my particular case, then you'd be able to carry over your stats, your unlocked stuff, all that other stuff. But no, it's not like that. No, you have to create your own new profile, fresh and new, and you have to buy, you know, that platform, you have to buy the season pass for it. So if you're trying to play on two platforms, you're buying like season passes and downloadable content and all that other crap 2 times over. And realistically, nobody's going to do that, especially with a game like Street Fighter 6, where, you know, it's designed from the ground up to be very heavily, you know, dependent on, you know, premium downloadable content. Like, absolutely stupid. It's been a long time since I've been so disappointed. I went through the same thing when I got PlayStation 5 I mean, at least with the PC version, if you wanted to, you could, you know... Oh, the Hand of Doom. At least with the PC version, if you truly wanted to, you can, you know, get the Steam Deck and play that way. But trust me, that's really no way of playing the game. Lord knows I've done it. Okay, now time for the boss. I'm gonna use my bombs. I think. Ow. Alright, well. I did it. And there it is. 1/8 of the Triforce. Only 1/8. Dang it. Now I gotta figure out what am I supposed to do next. I gotta take a look at the strategy guide or something. Like, I can get... This is as far as I can go that I can remember to do. Legend of Zelda. Dungeon 2. The Moon is what it's called. That's not right, is it? I guess. I'm gonna start from the very beginning, I guess. Well, I don't have to do that. I mean, I might do it anyway. I might die. Okay, this is where I start going towards the east. Smurfing, and I was like, blame Namco for making online with no cross project. I can imagine how that would be stupid, honestly. Well, what am I to say? It's like, yeah, I gotta go through here. These are called Tektites, by the way. Oh, you hear that beautiful beach? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Anyone gonna drop a heart, maybe? Ow. That's an arrow. That one looks mean. I think the blue ones are weaker. Or they shoot projectiles. Am I supposed to go this way? Probably not. Probably, yeah, definitely not. Ow. Well, I guess I gotta start over again. I've said it before, I find it very concerning that, you know, Tekken, Namco, or more specifically Bandai Namco, hasn't seen it fit to release an arcade version of Tekken 8. And the reason why that's concerning to me is that if Namco isn't bothering to release an arcade version of Tekken 8, as it has done with every other Tekken game beforehand, then it's not out of the realm of likelihood that Capcom is going to do the same thing. You know, so I fear that, you know, Street Fighter 6 is going to be the final it's going to be the last Street Fighter game that's going to have an arcade release along with it. I was going somewhat the right way. Ow. I was supposed to go this way. Yep. Yepper. Up this way. I'm gonna die. I just gotta get to the dungeon. Dang! Well, we're gonna start again. Well, I don't understand how it could be, wasn't exactly good. I figured it would have been based off the last, you know, update that the consoles had gotten. Why wouldn't it be? But I'll take this opportunity to speak a little bit more. I tell you, this last year, and you probably say the whole year before that, I was basically dumping all of my free time on Street Fighter 6. And I became somewhat obsessive over the game to the point where I wasn't really playing any other video game aside from Street Fighter 6. And after a while, I just, you know, eventually you're going to run out of patience, in a manner of speaking. I mean, I did so good. I mean, I have a big old I got a 3D printed trophy from a tournament that I won early last year. So I'm happy about the progress that I made ultimately, but I just really needed to take a step back, a long step back. Ooh, snakes. Ow, ow, ow. Any hidden things? You're never quite sure. No, I'm pretty sure there's no secret in here. Oh well. Oh, that worked. That worked real well. Oh, that's right. I can blow up doors and other weak spots. I guess. Huh. I thought I had infinite bombs. I guess I was wrong. Oh, well, there's a counter right there. And the funny thing about the boomerang is that it only stuns opponents. It doesn't, like, defeat them. I mean, that's very helpful. I got one key. Go here. Oh no, I gotta defeat the snakes in order to leave. Ooh, perfect. The map. Oh, crap. I better get an awesome reward for beating this. That was a waste of my time. It's so annoying to run into the wall. Why'd they all disappear? That's weird. Shit, I already did. Oh, wait. It takes like 4 hits to get him. I should have used the bombs, honestly. Well, let's rewind it, shall we? Well, that was dumb. That also sucked. Alright, this is turning out better. Dang it. What is it that I win? Is it really worth it? I really needed that. There we go. If I can just leave now. No. Without being hit. Pro gamer move right there. Did I guess the berry doesn't replenish all of your health. What did I even get? What is that? Am I supposed to defeat that? I don't think there's any way to defeat that. I'm gonna ignore it for now. Am I supposed to use the bombs against it? Is that what it's trying to tell me? Well, let's find out. Ah! Okay. You can defeat it. It comes straight at you. Gotta get the key. Okay. I mean, I got plenty of rupees at this point. I really don't need any more. They can really slow that down if they wanted to. Ow. That's it? Wow, that sucks. The Dongo dislikes smoke. Okay. What do I got that produces smoke? What am I supposed to think here? I don't know. I'm about to run into the damn thing anyway. I think it's really telling me to use bombs against this creature. The Dongo! Dang it. What the? What's going on here? The bombs don't seem to work. Oh, you're supposed to feed it to him. Dang it. I'm supposed to feed it to him. I should have known that. Yeah, it's got to be directly in front of him. Wow, that sucks. Oh, there he goes. 1 rupee? You were worth 1 lousy rupee? Unbelievable. Well, that's the end of that. What the? The damn thing came alive. And then... Oh, they all come alive! Unbelievable. I'm sure there's more I need to do in this game. There's things I gotta buy. There's things I gotta discover. Things I have to use the bomb against. Or that was the appeal of the game. Ow. I'm about to die. Very, very, there we go. Hey, we're back to the beginning. Buy something, will ya? Well, I don't quite have 160 rupees, and I don't know what I need a key or the blue flame for. I forget what that is. I gotta read the strategy guide. I should have actually pulled out the strategy guide from my collection in order to start, before I start playing this game, honestly. It's an old lady. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this woman. Can't touch the fire. I'm supposed to give her something, obviously. I don't know what. I mean, I'd do it too. I'll pull out a... I am not above that. I get that. There you go. Oh, 7. Hell, if you had some of the earlier ones, I would put an offer for you to buy some. Oh yeah, this is the Lost Woods. You know what? We can just skip straight to the end. You know that? We can do that, because this is how we do that. We got everything now. We got the Master Sword. Isn't that so much better now? What's this? What's the candle for? It starts a flame. Fuck yeah, I am. Lord knows I ain't got the patience for it. Now, where's the final dungeon? Oh, fuck, I can't... It doesn't matter because I lost all the Triforce pieces. I thought I was going to go straight to the end. I think there's one of these things where it gets you straight to the end. I'm pretty sure. No. No. I thought there was one more. I really did. No. Crap. Well, I was... See, there's a special 2. I figured there's something like that for the first Zelda. Special. Uh-huh. No. Special 2. I think that with that one I can get to the very end. Huh, I was misled. Oh well. Look at all the stuff they have here. Cobra Triangle. I don't even know if I have that game in my collection. I'm going to have to look at getting into Snake Rattle and Roll. Yeah, I know for a fact I don't have that for my collection. You probably don't know this about me, but I'm a big Nintendo collector, like serious Nintendo collector. I have artifacts of the company going all the way back to their beginning in the 1800s. Very proud of that fact. Internationally renowned. What does that mean? I was on a website at one point in time. But you know what? Honestly, I feel like we've gotten to the end of the stream, and I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of the night off and reflect on what's been going on here lately, the news that actually came out, and see where that goes. But in any case, thank you for joining. Thank you for conversing with me. I hope to see you sometime soon back on Street Fighter 6 whenever I decide that, it's now's the time to go back to it. Probably going to be sometime next month, maybe. No hard promises, but the only thing that's for certain about me is that nothing is for certain. But in any case, take it easy. Good night, and see you later.